and we're just going to do our best. I want to go black and white. I want to go black and white today. Let me see. No, I think this one is kind of better. Um, okay, sorry guys, I just want to plug in my mic. When you're doing live stream, you can never be too prepared. Okay. I'm smiling, but this is not even something to smile about. Let me check my sound, and then just to make sure that the sound is okay before we dive right into the topic from the thumbnail and the title. I know you already know what we're about to discuss, but if you don't worry. I'm going to explain all of it to you in a bit, but let me quickly check my sound. All right, welcome to my channel. Welcome. Okay, so sound is good, we can start. Okay, uh let me try to put this somewhere so I don't have to hold the mic. I hope I still have the sound is still good enough. Okay, so trending gist lovers, welcome back to my channel. I'm kind of fixing myself on camera, but that's okay because this is a very serious topic. So I just had to jump in and so we can discuss this together. And if you're watching the replay, please don't forget to leave your comments and your thoughts of what you think. If you're someone that is based in Italy also, I would really love to hear your thoughts on this. So a Nigerian man that is physically challenged, I'm trying to remove this one. A Nigerian man that is physically challenged was actually beaten to death in Italy. And this really is something that is very touching. Like, I don't even understand how someone will even bring themselves to do that to someone that is physically challenged. Let me quickly share this. Come in. Let me share this to my community as we keep talking. So like I said, if you're watching the replay, please feel free to leave your comment. If you're someone that is based in Italy, I would really love to hear from you also. Okay, so a Nigerian man that is physically challenged was beaten to death by an Italian man. And while all of this was happening, someone or some persons were busy filming this from the beginning, from when the fight started, up till the end. Okay, like people stood by and watched this. Now, some of the stories that are out there, the first story I saw suggested that the vendor, the Nigerian man, the dead man, is a vendor. Okay, he sells maybe newspapers and stuffs like that. Okay, and it is said that he saw this couple and he complimented the man's wife, and that was what led to this whole fight. And the second video I saw now, which they actually showed part of the Italian police people giving their statement, someone was translating. So hence I'm saying, if you're someone that you are Italian, or you are Italian, or you're not, or you're someone that is based in Italy and you understand their language, we really need to hear, okay, mostly from people of color, because at this point I'm really, really vexed, and I don't even want to believe anything that Italian police has to say. Like, they will never ever say the truth because it has to do with a person of color. Maybe if it was a Caucasian person, if it was two Caucasians, the story would be different. If it was a Caucasian from any other European country, or from America, Australia, Canada, or anywhere else, the story would be different. But when it comes to do with Africans, when it has to do with people of color, these Europeans, these Italians will go to any extent just to make themselves look good. And I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to say it how I feel. I am extremely vexed, not just because a person of color was murdered, but the whole story that is coming out doesn't make sense. Now, like I said before, the first story came out that he complimented the man's partner. So how does someone complimenting your partner leads to you murdering the person? Did he suggest that he wanted to have sex with your wife? Did your wife or your partner or your girlfriend? Did he kind of grab her, kind of molest her? Did he assault her? What did he do? Because they said compliment. They didn't say harassed. Okay? These are two different words. They said he complimented. That's the first story. So we really don't know which one is true. The first story said he complimented the man's partner, and that led to the fight. The second story coming out, which the police was, two policemen standing and they were talking in Italian. I think someone was translating, and they were like, the man was begging, that they said the man is fond of begging. Now, remember they said he's a vendor, but they said he was begging, and that was what led to the whole fight and all of that. Okay, so let's say we're working with either the first story or the second story. We know more stories are going to come out, but we can never believe anything that comes out from the mouths of the Italians, and I'm going to say it, okay, with my full chest. So if that man was begging, how does that result to you beating him to death? If someone is begging you something, begging you for money, maybe sitting on the road begging, standing on the road begging, whatever the case may be, saw you pass and said, excuse me, can you please give me some euros or something, some coin, whatever, and you know you're not a giver, you know you're not someone that gives, or you know that you hate, you dislike people of color, you don't like Africans, can't you just say to his face, get the hell out of my face, I don't like you, I don't like your people, I don't like Africans, I don't like Nigerians, I'm not giving you a dime, I'd rather throw my money away. There are so many things you could say to him that he would just pull back and like, oh, I'm sorry, and just walk away and look for someone else to go beg. Since when begging will result to you killing someone? Did he block your way and tell you if you don't give me money, you're not going to pass in your own country? Was that the case? I doubt it. And from some of the stories we have on ground, it clearly stated that that area is an area that is dominated by white supremacists. Those of you that do not know, groups of bunch of white people that feel like they are the only people that needs to be alive in this planet Earth, and they are everywhere. They are everywhere. In every continent, you're going to find them. Bunch of white people that feel like this world belongs to them, and only them, only people that looks like them needs to be in existence. When it comes to people of color, Asians, they don't want to see them. They don't want this type of people, black people, Asians, or anything else that is not white, anybody else that is not white, they don't want them to exist. And it is said that in 2018, that same area, these so-called white supremacist people went out with guns and were shooting and killing people of color. And now, 2022, a black man is being beaten to death in the streets where people are passing. And tell me, where was the partner of that so-called man? Because in both stories, it stated that he was with his partner. The first story, they said the dead man, the man that was beaten to death, was actually complimenting his partner. The second story, it is said that the man was begging them for money. The man was begging, okay? We don't know what he was begging. They say he was begging, but we believe it's money, because most times that's what people beg for. Because if it's for food, then maybe he would have gone to a restaurant or something like that to go beg for food. So, where was this lady when her husband or her boyfriend, her partner, was beating another human being to death? Now, if you're watching this, my video, you've not seen this video I'm talking about, please go search. The video is on the internet. And I hate the fact that when things like this happen, people don't talk much about it. People don't talk much about it. But when it has to do with, oh, a Nigerian scammed someone, every news outlet, all the way to America and the whole worldwide, discusses it. Everybody talks about it. But now a Nigerian is being murdered, a black person, an African, is being murdered in broad daylight in Italy. I don't see many news media carrying it or talking about it. That also brings me to the pattern that they report the news in Europe, America, and name it. The English people, all. I remember when the Russian and Ukraine fight started, when most news reporters that was reporting this news, like, these people you see leaving their homes, they are not just refugees from third world countries. These are Europeans. These are Europeans. These are Europeans. These are really. So if it's Africa, it is okay. If it's Asia, it is okay. Maybe Pakistan, Afghanistan, and all of those places where you people go to drop bombs and all of that. It is okay. But when it's a European, you're very important. Your lives are so special that nothing bad should happen to you, but everything bad should happen to other people. At this point, I am extremely vexed. Because if that man was not physically challenged, he would have been able to defend himself to the last. If that man was not physically challenged, that Italian man won't stand a chance. I can beat my chest and tell you that. But because the man is physically challenged, people saw it, and I believe the Italians that stood around there stood there like, yes, bravo, go ahead. Beat him to death. We don't want black people here. We don't want people of color around this area. Do it. Kill him. We're going to take our phone and film you while you do it. Kudos. Bravo, brother. What goes around comes around. In this world, nobody is going to live forever. So those of you that feels like this world belongs to you, someday even you will not be here. So continue with the wickedness that you are doing. And as for the mainstream media, that you people are used to reporting very bad stories, when if it was the black guy that beat that man to death, oh Christ, oh good Lord, all the news all over the world would have carried it. All the blogs, everybody will be talking about it. Everybody will be upset that a black person in Nigeria more than an Italian. But now, an Italian man did it. Now we're hearing stories of the man complimented, the man begged them, and get the hell out of my face with the wickedness of these Italians. When will the wickedness, this wickedness going on, when will it stop? You pick on someone just because of the person's color. You pick on someone just because the person looks different from you. Your wickedness has been here for centuries upon centuries, and it keeps going. People see the wickedness that you people bestow on others, and nobody says anything because you people are Europeans. And as a European, you're allowed to do whatever you want to do. There's something they call karma. There's something they call karma. And be rest assured that you might be up there today. Tomorrow you might be down there. And you will look for the help of those your white people you will not find. You will look for the help of those people that looks like you, that you think are the only people that are supposed to exist in this world, you will not find. And it might just be a person of color that will help you. It might just be an Asian that will be there to help you. And your almighty European, your almighty white supremacist people might not be there to help you. You beat a man to death for what? For what? The part that pisses me off most is the fact that the man is physically challenged. You beat him with his cane, and then you beat him to death. Kudos to you. You think you are the strongest wrestler It feels good, right? To take the life of a black man. It feels good to take the life of an African. It feels good to take the life of a Nigerian. Because their life don't matter, right? It's only the lives of the Europeans that matter, right? It's only the lives of the Italians that matters. After all, he is in your country. But you have thousands and thousands of Italians working in Nigeria. You have thousands, millions of Europeans working in Nigeria. How would you feel if the same thing is done to your own people? How would you feel if you hear that the Italians that are in Nigeria working were beaten to death? Hello, Treasure Gist. You're welcome. Thank you very much for joining. How would you feel? And for those of you that stood and filmed that video of this man being murdered, karma is a bitch. Someday it will be you on the floor, and someone else will be filming you. And to the partner, greetings from Unique. Oh, is it Unique Lady P? Is it Unique Lady P? Treasure Gist. Did you change your channel name? Yes, it is such a sad, it is sad. And for me, the part that even made it worse, if it was a fair fight, I would say, okay. Oh, okay, said yes, it's Unique Lady P. Ah, you changed the name of your channel. You're welcome. If it was a fair fight, I would kind of, try to make sense of it. But the moment I heard that the man was physically challenged, and I watched the video, and I could see a cane on the floor. And when the man, even though he was physically challenged, when he flipped the other guy, he was grabbing him by the neck, really trying to strangle him. He wasn't just trying to fight. Sometimes you get upset and you want to fight with someone. But he had his hands on his neck, pressing him. And when he flipped, you could see one of the man's leg, the Nigerian man's leg, was badly damaged. So it seemed like one of his legs are not functional. Because if that man was not physically challenged, that guy won't stand a chance. Are you kidding me with the nonsense that they eat in Italy? That guy will not stand a chance. He will not stand a chance. He knows he won't have dared to pick on someone that was fully strong, an able-bodied Nigerian, an able-bodied African. Italian man will not be able to beat in a fight. I beat my chest saying that. They won't. Not with the nonsense pasta rubbish that they eat and pizza. He won't be able to stand a chance. But yes, he saw someone that he knew that he could defeat in a fight, and he picked on him and decided, this is the one I'm going to murder in broad daylight. And people stood and filmed. And his wicked partner stood by and watched him beat another man to death just because it's a man of color. Let me read comment. Yes, the Niger guy is not physically fit. He has challenges with his legs. Exactly. And the first time the story came out, some people, this is the problem we have with media. This is the problem we had with media. Just very few blogs or news channel pointed out that it was a physically challenged Nigerian man. A full able-bodied Nigerian or African cannot be taken down just like that by a European. It's not about saying, I'm speaking the fact. A full-bodied African man will not be taken down just like that in a fight by a European, except you're using a gun. And this was a hand-to-hand, man-to-man fight. It is not going to happen. Not even with a full-bodied African woman that a European woman would take down in a fight just like that. And he feels, wherever he is now, he feels that he has done something. Why did he not pick on someone that is full-bodied, able-bodied person, that is not physically challenged? And we would have seen how the fight would have gone. He wouldn't have dared, with the size of that Nigerian man, he wouldn't have dared to pick on him if that man didn't have problems with his legs. Chuchuji said, I wonder why people will just be watching and making videos while someone is beating someone to death. That's the most annoying part. But you know why? You know what? I am not surprised. This is Europe. This is Europe, where you have the highest level of racism. You have the highest level of wickedness. You have the highest level of heartless people. Because 99.9% of them feel like they are the best. They feel like they are the only people that are supposed to exist in this world. They feel like anybody that doesn't look like them is nothing. You're trash. So you can be easily disposed and do away with. This is the problem that we face in this world. That people just see you and they hate you because you're a person of color. Even before you speak, even before they come in contact with you, even before they ever say a thing. That I hope he gets justice. I doubt he will. I doubt. For the meantime, now that everyone's eyes is on the guy, they know they cannot leave him in the streets. They can't, because people are vexed. So they're actually going to protect his life by arresting him and putting him in jail. And even in jail, they're going to make sure that they put him among his kind of people so they can protect him. So other people cannot get to him. That's what they're going to do. And once everything dies down, he's going to be released. Who's going to know? Who's going to know? Who's going to keep track on that? And the poor man's wife now has no husband. Someone she woke up with that very good day. Someone that wasn't ill. Someone that left his house for his workplace. What did he do? Both of the stories that came out, it's not making sense because he complimented the man's wife. Since when compliments is now a big deal? If somebody compliments your partner, so damn what? If you don't like the person, tell the person, never you do it again. Look at me very well. If you see me passing this place, don't you dare speak to me, and don't you dare speak to my partner or anybody associated with me or anybody around me. And I believe the guy will respect that boundary and stay on his own. So if it was compliment, why would compliment result to you beating someone to death in a broad daylight, in the streets, not even in a private place, not inside the house where we will say no one saw it happen. It happened in the middle of the streets, and you're telling me that no one was there to intervene? No one saw that all this while he was grabbing the guy by the neck, trying to strangle the guy and hitting him on his head, even with his cane, the cane that the physically challenged Nigerian was using to support himself. No one saw. No one saw a thing. The so-called partner that in both stories, her name, well, I don't know, because these Europeans, they can, now mad people then be, so anything they feel they do, if the partner feel be man too, person they know, as they don't craze rich. But so whoever the partner is, if his partner was a woman or his partner was a man, so that so-called partner stood by and allowed his or her partner to beat another human to death. This goes to show the kind of people. I just hope that Africans, Nigerians living abroad, living in Europe, make una get sense that they take God for heaven, beg una. Wetin it go cost una to get sense? Wetin it go cost una to do research? Wetin it go cost una to use common sense? Wetin they kill on na money, 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 money. At the end of the day, if you no get life, you no go get money. Even if the money there, you no go chop am. If you die, you no go chop that money. Now this man is dead, and he's gone. They can never bring him back. That's it for him. That's the end of the road for him. If he has kids, they will never see their father. They will never know him. If they are still little, they'll only see photos of him. Over time, memories of him will start fading. For what? Because una no one learn? Because una no one listen? Una they foolishly carried away. That's something I see all the time, and I keep pointing it out. People go say, you they paranoid or something, or you just know one, they a little bit flexible. Now flexible na day, ain't go kill on. When you be person, when if you use your head, now waiting go lead to your death. Just because then they smile with you, no mean say they like you. That smile end here. You not reach them from inside. Just because most of them no one, maybe people call their name. Just because most of them no one, maybe people say, this one are racist, this one not like black people, this one not like people of color. Then go pretend, but then they see opportunity to poison you, then go so kill you. They hate the fact say you even did their country. They hate. Because I don't want to see anybody resemble you. But now they easily carried away. I'm not saying I know they no smile for person. I'm not saying you know they're nice to people. But be smart. Now waiting people know us for, we get sense. Why you not go leave the shores of Africa, enter Europe and go lose on our mind? Inside on our mind, na heaven on a day, na hellfire be that, if I don't know. Money feed day, light feed day, water feed day, one thing. But na hell you day. Because you dey step on eggshell. You get to the worker, I say you dey march on eggshell. Use your brain so that you go know. When you see them, you go know. Those ones where you suppose avoid. Because if this man be really be person where they reason well. If I not even bother self to even say hi to those people self. If they come in shop to buy something, sell what they sell, make them go. No try to initiate any conversation or anything. Sell what you're selling to them and let them leave. Because if the story now on the news is that this particular area in Italy, that's what I'm saying, people that lives in Italy, if you're watching this replay, make another comment too. Because me personally, nothing that their nonsense police go talk where I go believe. Because I know so they go always take side with their own. Then go try to sugarcoat the story to make the story nice. So somebody should watch that video and translate if you understand the Italian language and translate what they are saying. Because for me, the little bit that somebody translate for that video simply means they're saying he was begging them. So if somebody begs you for something, is that the first person in this world that will be begging you for something? And if it was your fellow Italian man that was begging you for something, would you have beaten him to death? Would you? Just because you don't like someone doesn't mean, that doesn't give you the right to take the person's life. You cannot create a human, so you do not have a right to take a life. This nonsense is too much. This is too much. Everywhere you turn your face to, you hear one thing bad, one thing, the other one bad. But if it was a fraud case, oh, the whole world will hear it. There is a scam. Nigerians are known for scam. Nigerians are known for this. Who scam more than the Europeans? When we talk about stealing, who stole stuff more than the Europeans? Even if Nigeria scam on from today to tomorrow, you no go reach waiting una don't take from Africa. One, they still they take till today. We make una be Europe when una be today. Without Africa, una be waiting. Nothing, nonsense. Bad weather na una get am. Dry land na una get am. Wetin una sabi? Wetin una get? Una go dey waka dey raise shoulder like say una be something. The highest people wey thief pass for this world na una. All of una join, whether na Europe or America or the English or British people, all of una na thief. All of una na thief. Na me talk am with full chest. I dey beat my chest. All of una na thief. If YouTube like, make him bring down the video. That one consign am because, of course, now na person get YouTube. So if you like, make him break down the video. That one consign am. But that doesn't change the fact that what is not right is not right. Someone was beaten to death and people are keeping quiet. People are not talking about it enough. Why are you being quiet? Why are you being silent? This is not something to be quiet about. This is not something to not speak about. Things are getting out of hands and people are still quiet. These people are doing these things on purpose. Make una get sense. Make una get sense in every move, in everything una they do. Make una apply wisdom. Make una use una brain. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Try to know. Say these people, they no like you. They no go ever like you. Whether this world end, start again 100 million times, they no go ever like anybody will look like you. So stay your lane. No go they go compliment people anyhow. No go they go do over social. Leave all those things for when you go back home. Go find people who resemble you. If you want to compliment people, find people who look like you, compliment them. Over socialize. Now you social pass. Leave all those your socialness, or when you go back home, you go there, they go do social. These people, their face now like this, they be. Even to their own people will look like them. Now so they keep their face. Let alone you will not look anything like them. You where they not like you just because of the color of your skin. If they do business, do your business. If they decide to come buy from you, yes, smile, hello, good morning, good afternoon, evening, or whatever, waiting you want, then tell you what they want, you sell for them, then give you your money, you give them their change, buy. And that's it. Let them go. It's just, good. I'm just trying. I'm really, really trying to not boil over. People do all of this just for what? Just for what? You just hate on people. For what reason? For what? The world we live in, we have different trees. The plants, you have different flowers with different colors. We have different fruits. Everything put together makes our environment and everything looks beautiful and better. Why can't humans just one particular set of humans, why can't they just understand that people of color doesn't have one mean bone in them? They don't reason looking at you as, you look different from me, so what? These are happy people. These are people that just want to live. These are people that just want to do what makes them happy. These are people that will always be happy, merriment, and all of that. You don't understand them, you don't like them, just avoid them. Avoid them. They don't need to come to your house. Okay? You don't need to be their friend. You don't need to speak to them. When you see them, if you feel, oh, I don't like Africans, I don't like black people, I don't like people of color, stay your part. But beating your fellow human to death on the streets shows the level of hate. Because I know you wouldn't do that to an Italian man. You wouldn't do that to your fellow Caucasian man. You wouldn't do that to someone that looks exactly like you in skin color, hair texture, and whatnot. You wouldn't do that. I believe this man has kids. He has a wife, just as you have your partner. But you and your partner decided today we're going out of the house and we're going to kill somebody. We're going out, we're going to make sure we murder somebody before we get back. You left your home prepared, and you knew where you were going to carry out that heinous crime, and no one is going to intervene in an area where you have likes of you, people like you that hate people of color, people like you that hate to see an African. And you didn't even care that this man in question was physically challenged. You wanted to pick a fight with an African. Why didn't you at least pick a fight with one that is not physically challenged? And let's see how the fight plays out. Since nobody wanted to intervene, because I know if it was the man, if it was that Nigerian man, if it was the physically challenged man, if it was this man of color that was beating you and had the upper hand, other white people would have intervened. Other Italians would have intervened, but you knew that the area you were was a place that was dominated by white supremacists, the highest level of racist people, and they would never intervene, knowing fully well that you had the upper hand, and you picked on a man that is disabled. You picked on a man that is physically challenged, and you think yourself to be a boss. Wherever you are now, you're smiling that, yes, I did it. It's something I wanted to do for a long time, and yes, I've done it. I've taken a life. You will sure pay for the blood of that man that you spilled in your own home country, on your land. That blood will speak against you. And not only you, it flows down from generation to generation, including you, your partner, the one that was filming, and all the people that stood by that never intervened and allowed you to kill someone, to take a life that you did not create. His blood will cry. His blood will cry, and you will pay. You will pay. It goes from generation to generation. Your own land will haunt you. Your own soil will be too hot for you. Your home will be too hot for you. Your cell will be too hot for you. And for everybody that will take sides with you will face the same thing. Because taking a life that you did not create, taking a life that you did not create, one you did not make, one you do not know how to make, you will surely pay for it. It doesn't even matter if the Italian police would do the right thing or not. If they like, let them do. If they don't like, let them not. For you Italians, you will always be Italians. Highest level of racist people. Your fakers hiding under where Roman Catholic, where bishop, where Pope wanting. Hiding under religion to pretend that you're something. Everybody know you people. You're the highest level of racist people on the planet. You will pay for the blood you shed. You will surely pay for it. And at this point, I don't even have much to say. I'm just going to round up. But whatever you are doing in this world as a person, always remember that someday you will pay for it. Always have that at the back of your mind. So if you are out there doing good, good will find you. Good will find your generation. Good will find your children's children. They will be favored. Even then, they will be perplexed because they will not understand where the favor is coming from. They will not understand why everything they put their hands to, they succeed. They will not understand why life is so smooth for them. They will not understand why things that are bad never happens to them, even if they are around areas where something bad is about to happen. The spirit will push them away from that area because of the goodness that their fathers, their mothers, that has done, and they are reaping the fruits. If something bad is about to happen, it will happen either before you get there or after you've left. You will hear that something bad happened. You're like, I was there a few minutes ago. But because you were there, that bad thing didn't happen because of the goodness. Because of the goodness surrounding you. So likewise, if you are in this planet and you have decided that the only job you want to do is to be an evil person, know that you will sure pay for it. It will get to a time in this life that you will beg for that you will not find. Even if you're in a car crash and the car is squeezed up and every other person there is dead, you will not die. You will live with that pain. Even when you will drink poison, it will not kill you. You will look for it, you will not find. You will look for easy means to go out, but you will not find. Shedding a blood just because you want to be wicked. Because if you think you're a pro wrestler, you're a fantastic wrestler, they have places for people like that, where they go and they fight and they get paid and they make money and they entertain people. But you felt like you wanted to do yours on the streets because you found someone that is physically challenged and you had an upper hand and you knew you could defeat him in a fight. And your partner stood by. The person that filmed that video from the beginning to the end stood by. Instead of separating the fight or stopping you from harming the man, you've beaten him enough, it's okay, stop. He didn't do it. That person held up the phone and filmed from the beginning till the end. All the people that were around, because this happened on the road, it didn't happen in a house that we could argue that maybe you locked the door, you barricaded everywhere, people could not get in. They had to call the police before the police is going to pack themselves, drive from wherever, from point A to point B. You already had the opportunity to take the person's life. No, you did it in broad daylight, damning all the consequences, knowing fully well that this is an African, and to you, the life of an African does not count as a life, and nothing is going to happen to you. Highest, you're going to get 1 or 2 years in jail, and then you're going to be out. My friend, even if they put you in jail for life, what you will pay for is worse than jail, because when you will look for death, you will not find. And all of you ganging up and feeling like it is a good thing to take the life of an African. It's a good thing to take the life of a person of color. It's a good thing to take the life of anybody that is not Caucasian. Someday, what you will face. Someday, what you will face. You will not be able to escape it. You won't. No wickedness will go unpunished. No wickedness will go unpunished. Karma will sure find you. And you will pay dearly for every blood you have shed, be it in public, be it in secret, be it in the dark. You will for sure pay for every bit of it. And for the mainstream media worldwide, you people know how to report on Nigerians doing fraud. When it is a bad news about a Nigerian, you people are bold. CNN, BBC, ABC, name it. All the European television, everywhere. You are quick to report about it. But when it is the life of an African that is taken, nobody talks. If this man that was physically challenged was not physically challenged and he had the upper hand and killed the Italian man, okay, ha, it's them. The Nigerians, they've come again. They've killed an Italian man. They did the same here. They did the other one there. This other one they did here. They are scammers, they are this. But now you people are quiet. I'm yet to see an Italian posting a video saying something about this situation. I'm yet to see one Italian posting a video. Be it, I've been on Facebook, I've been on Instagram, I've been on TikTok, I've been everywhere. I'm yet to see an Italian saying something about this situation, saying, this was wrong, he shouldn't have done this, blah, blah, blah. No. If it was a Nigerian, you people would have popped up with TikTok videos condemning the act. Nobody will live forever on this planet. Are we not all here? Are we not all seeing the flooding, landslide, earthquake, people fighting wars and bombs and name it? Buildings collapsing and just like that, taking lives. Which natural disaster? Which one will I mention? Which one won't I mention? Who's going to live forever? People pulling up with guns on the streets and shooting and killing people. What will I mention? What won't I mention? Who's going to live forever on earth? Nobody. So if you think taking a life makes you feel like the boss, you're a boss, yes, a bad guy, yes, I shed blood for a living, no problem. Let's see if you live forever. Let's see if you'll be able to live to 900 and something years. Let's see if you can live 1,000, 10,000 years where you can be the one alone on the planet Earth so you can own everything. Let's see how it goes. Karma will find you for the blood of this man you shed. And everyone that is directly or indirectly involved. You will beg for death, it won't come. You will beg for it, you won't find it. That's all I have to say. You will beg, it won't come. You won't. You won't find it. It is well. It is well. So many things going on. At this point, keeping up is even so difficult. I've seen the story and I'm just like, okay, let's see. If a lot of media is going to run the story, I'm just going to let it slide. I'm not going to talk about it if the buzz is really out there. But I don't see a lot of people talking about it. And this is not fair. And if you are a person of color and you're keeping quiet, you're also the problem. They cannot shed the blood of one of your own just like that. Tomorrow it might be you. You don't know. You never know. You never know. So keeping quiet is not even an option. When you see something bad happening, you have a platform. Speak about it. Talk about it. Don't be silent. Because enough is enough. Every life matters. Not only the lives of some set of people, not only the lives of some particular people, not only the lives of people that look a certain way. Everyone's life matters, and everyone deserves to live. I will end this here. And thank you all, my silent watchers. If you're watching my video for the first time, I'm not always like this. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of the wickedness of humans. Let's just say we live in a planet where, let's say if aliens were real or something, let's say it was aliens killing humans, we can actually understand, right? That they are different and we're different, and maybe they don't understand, they see us, they get scared, just as we see them, we get scared, or any other thing. Humans and animals. Animals feel threatened, they attack. Humans feel threatened, they gun down, they shoot the animals. We can kind of make sense. But a human to human, what brings you to that level where you think you want to take the life of someone that looks exactly like you? A human is a human. But some of you are so blind that all you see is people's skin color. All you people see is people's hair texture. It's wickedness. Thank you all so very much. Feel free to comment your thoughts. And I'm just going to round the video up. I've already been talking for 52 minutes. I didn't even know how I'm going to rant for this long. So I'm just going to round the video up by saying that this is a story of a Nigerian man. This is a story of a Nigerian man that was murdered in Italy by an Italian man. A black man, a person of color, being murdered by a white, a Caucasian. In broad daylight, in the streets of Italy. Very similar to Floyd, George Floyd, right? Just as George Floyd was murdered in America by a policeman on the streets. Very similar, just that in this case it was a civilian in Italy that did it. If you've not seen the video, if you can handle, watch it. If you can't, please don't. If you can handle, find the video. If you have the heart and you can handle, please find the video. You can go to Instagram, it's there. People have it on Instagram. And other apps, you find the video. You can watch it. How this man beats this physically challenged man to death. You can see the cane, a cane like a walking stick, that the physically challenged man, it was right next to them there on the floor, as this other one had him on the neck and he was struggling to try to escape. And at the point when he turned, the angle where the person that was filming with the person's phone, I guess, was standing, you could clearly see that one of the man's leg was bad. You can see that it's badly damaged, so you know that it's not just a story that he's a physically challenged person. You could see it in the video where he was being beaten to death. So if you can handle, please search for the video and watch so you can understand my rant, because some persons might not understand my rant, and you may just say, ah, yeah, you're talking because you are an African. Look, it doesn't matter where I come from. If something is wrong, I will stand and say it is wrong, and that's what my platform is about. I will always stand by the truth. I will always watch, read, depending on what the story is. If it's a story that there was no camera, there was no video footage, and it's a write-up by people that were there, I'm going to read over and over until I understand it. I'm not just going to see a story and jump on it immediately. Hence, most times I'm late because I really want to dive in deep, understanding it fully. So when I speak, I know that 10, 20 years time, anytime, wake me up from sleep, I'll be able to defend any of my content I have on any of my platform. So thank you all so very much. Thank you. Feel free to comment and leave your opinion concerning the matter. I say thank you, Treasure, for coming in. Treasure was the only one that commented, so yes, thank you for coming in. And I see I have people watching me, but if you don't comment, I don't know who you are, so you're all welcome. I refer to people that watch me but don't drop comments. I can see the numbers, but yeah. So I say thank you all so very much. Thank you all so very much.